Right now, though, real estate in Metro Vancouver seems to be shifting once again right back into a seller's market.
As Kamal Karamali reports, realtors say more buyers are jumping into the market and finding it's not nearly as friendly as they might have expected.
The demand for housing is heating up in Metro Vancouver.
We ended up with a super busy open house. We had 70 groups through over 3 days.
Realtor Christina Joe listed this Walnut Grove home for $1.45 million. It received 11 offers, 10 of them at or above asking price. 5 of those were subject free.
Definitely the last couple months, there's been an uptick.
A drastic shift from where Metro Vancouver's market was in December after the Bank of Canada increased its lending rate.
So all those buyers, they took a step back and started watching from the sidelines.
But last week, it announced the key interest rate will sit steady at 4.5%. It's been that way since January.
Before the announcement last week, we were seeing, maybe 6, 7 offers. Not all of them condition free, but since the announcement, I've heard stories of 20 plus offers on some properties and them selling as much as $250,000 over asking.
In December of 2022, there were 371 sales of detached homes in Metro Vancouver. That nearly doubled in March. Average number of days a home would sit on the market was 49 in December. That fell to 39 days, and the benchmark price climbing nearly $40,000 in the 4 months. A lack of supply also a big factor in homes getting above asking prices.
A lot of sellers saw what their homes were worth last spring, and they basically just still want that price. And if they can't get it, they're just not forced to sell.
If the economy stays strong but inflation disappears and we get a reduction in interest rates close to where they've been in the last 10 or 20 years, then I think we see a real jump in prices.
Realtors say right now it's detached homes that are seeing the biggest surge in demand, benefiting sellers, but expect townhomes and condos to follow suit in the coming weeks. Kamal Karamali, Global News.
Now, a graph from the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver shows what's happened to housing prices since 1977. Relatively modest increases until the early 2000s, when prices, especially for detached homes, began to soar. Comparing prices to the rate of inflation also paints a stark picture. The average sale price of a Metro Vancouver home in 1977 was about $90,000. Well, the Bank of Canada's inflation calculator says $90,000 in 1977 equates to $426,000 now. In reality, the current benchmark price of a home in Metro Vancouver is more than $1.1 million, although the Real Estate Board cautions that home prices don't always directly translate to the rate of inflation.